Hello everyone, I'm Tesak, and I just wanted to make a quick video because I decided to start working on another project, but at the same time I still have something to finish on Project Volcro, like a lot of things, mainly the UI and things, etc. But I got an idea for an combat introduction in Project Volcro, or like the whole sequence, and it requires me to use a shield and a sword, and I happen to already have a sword in my resources, so there is no reason for me not to use it, but I needed shield. And also I'll be probably redrawing the sword because the sword is too small. It's only 64 by 64, while the shield is effectively about 120 something to 170 something. But this only led me to one really interesting point, and that's when I was starting making pixel art, or when I was starting working with textures. Really, I really encountered a huge challenge of drawing wood, like the wood texture. And beside the normal wood texture of trees, etc., the especially challenging part of wood texture, at least for me, was drawing planks. And as you can see on this shield, I do have planks, and I have texture that in my mind looks pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna argue with you if you say it looks bad or something, but in my mind it looks really good. So I thought that why not go ahead and make a video about it, because when I was looking for it I couldn't find any reliable resource of inspiration or reliable video of explanation, etc. So I think it's only fine to make some kind of video like this on YouTube, so maybe other people can like improve their drawing potentials or maybe learn something new. So first thing first, for drawing and wood texture, it's important to don't overdo things, but also make some depth to the image. If you check this out, I have the whole image split into planks, and these planks are symmetrical, right? I personally am not a huge fan of symmetrical things, but there are certain things that really need symmetricity and things that don't need symmetricity. First thing that needs symmetricity is the body of the shield, because that's something that's man-made. The same thing applies in my mind to the planks, because the planks are placed by human, and we as humans like to do things symmetrically. But there the symmetricity ends. For the wood, it's natural and it grows quote-unquote wild, and when we get the wood, it's never symmetrical. We give it a symmetrical shape by making it into planks. I already covered that, but then the wood itself isn't symmetrical. So if you check the plank out, I have these strokes. I don't really know how they are called in English, but in Czech we call them something like, if I translate it literally to the English, it's something like circles of years, or year circles, or something like that. Basically these things. I apologize, I don't know how they are called in English, and I'm too lazy to check it out right now. But they are not symmetrical, they are not straight, they are kinda random, but at the same time they aren't. And I have good reference to it. I looked it up before starting making this video, just so I can show you. There, if you look at this Shutterstock example, you can see perfectly how it aligns. If there is a hole or something, then it aligns. Let me see some better image, maybe just on the wood texture. this is perfect. Here you can see the lines are jagged just a little bit, and if there is something like these huge things, like they are from branches, I think, then they distort the whole thing, etc. Same applies here. As you can see, the texture of the wood is really not symmetrical, and it may stay in lines, but it's not a rule. So if I go back to the shield, all I have to do for another plank is basically pick a point. For example, I think for this one we'll be doing straight lines, quote-unquote straight lines, so we will start. And really, let's try to not make it look like they blend, because the planks are really not blending on the shield. I made an issue, like I made a mistake right here. I think I'll go back to fix it, because from afar, like further away, it looks like it's blending. Maybe I'll leave it, I don't know. Well, let's just quickly put one line here. This is our center line. Maybe we can just put this line right here to make it stand out. And I think we also need to make it a little bit like more believable. So let's make it like this and like this. Maybe let's prolong this one. Now it looks believable, I would say. Now make this short and move this just a tiny bit up, and at the same time, not at the same time, but let's just make yet another line or curve. Really, it's not a line, it's curve. And these curves can be like really close one to another. There is no issue with that, but if you are making them closer, then you should be consistent with it. Like there should be these two lines, and then it's not a good idea to place something like out back there, but it's a good idea to place another line right here. Let's finish this one. If you look on it from further away, you can see we get that a little bit like better texture of wood. Now I think I will go ahead and apply more dark color here. Yeah, now it looks good. And then also I find out that if you take a secondary color and make basically an anti-aliasing on the places where the lines blend or transitions, not blend, to another row of pixels, then it can significantly improve the whole image. And also, like, you can continue the line with the lighter color. Well, it's basically the same thing as with kind of shading or working with shades. As we are talking about shades, I didn't really finish the series yet, so I'll be talking about that in the next episode. But because this is something that I think is like really missing on YouTube, I decided to make it like this. So as you can see, when I complete this curve right here, and I will make it like follow a little bit longer down there, because the whole line is like prolonged, pointing down there. I will just finish this one as well, and once we will scroll out, you can see that now it looks pretty believable, I would say. I pretty much like this wood texture. I am kind of happy with it. Of course, you can go ahead and make your own adjustments to it, use it as a baseline, or maybe you have some other better way of drawing wood. In that case, I would be really glad to hear about it, but this is basically the way I am drawing wood, and I'm pretty much happy with it, and I think it's a really useful thing to do, because drawing wood, at least for me, was a huge challenge when I was starting with pixel art. So thanks for watching. I hope I showed you something new. I hope you learned something new. I hope this video helped you improve your pixel art skills or or drawing skills in general. And thanks for watching. See ya.